Mua này bao nhiêu vậy em?
Dạ,
50 ngàn hả?
dạ.
So my cousin, she bought this for me, and she paid 50,000 for it, and basically 50,000 is equivalent to $2. So this bowl of bún bò Huế, for those of y'all, most of y'all that already know, it probably costs about $15 in the States, and South the show though, you'll get it back. The content is fire. Thank you, fam. I appreciate you. That's love. I needed to hear that. This bowl costs about $15 in the States, and it's not even close to as good as this bowl right here in Vietnam. And this bowl basically only costed $2, $2 American. Big old chunk of pork. Say, feel me? Vietnamese, kind of like ham. Fuck out out. It's fire. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Vớt ruột ra ăn. Có ai mất ruột ra ăn nữa.
Also in Vietnam, for napkins, they get these single packs, almost like baby wipes. You'll see this everywhere. It's very common. Because it's so hot over here, they put these in the fridge or the freezer. They put them in ice, and when people use it, when it comes cold, and then when you use it, it's so hot that it just cools you down. Zaza's right here. He's behind my niece eating bread. She can eat French bread right now. Macking the French bread down. She's very happy, very excited because her prior owner was a woman. Can I go visit you? Yeah, you can come. Any of y'all can come. You guys are more than welcome. Actually, you guys come out here. You'll be doing me a favor because I wanna be a tour guide. I got people lined up to come. About 10 people already. But everybody's coming like around August and up, you know what I'm saying? Zaza's chilling. Zaza's doing real good. She's imprinting and she's acclimating to her new home very well. Veronica, thank you for the roses. Come on you. The lady that had her prior was an older lady, my grandma. I lived out in the jungles. I don't know. She basically called and said she really misses Zaza. And she checks up on Zaza and wants to know how Zaza's doing. Because that lady basically doesn't have no family. She lived out in the jungles about 3 hours from where I'm at. And she's very poor. And so when I put word out that I was interested in purchasing a monkey, even though she didn't want to give Zaza up, she had to because she didn't have the money. And she needed it. So she gave Zaza up. And I paid $45 American for Zaza, and it's sweet because the lady calls and checks on Zaza just like she would check on her own daughter or something. She asks me how Zaza's doing. She tells me all the favorite food Zaza likes. You know what I'm saying? And I feel bad. I feel bad. But the only thing I can say is tell her don't worry because Zaza's in a good home and Zaza's, you know what I'm saying, spoiled to death. It's 7:54 at night right now. 7:54 at night. But basically, the lady raised Zaza since she was a baby, and Zaza, whenever she's around a woman, she gets very happy, especially my girl cousin. When I go to Japan, because I'm leaving in Japan on the 9th of next month for 11 days, my girl cousin and my niece right here, they're gonna take care of Zaza for me. Hey KK, I'm glad you made it. So it's 5 to 8 right now where I'm at. Thank you guys for the love. Come on, you. It's 5 to 8 right now where I'm at. Usually, anytime I wake up in the morning, I'm up for the rest of the day. And I'm gonna keep it real. I just woke up right now. I got up today, but I was in the room and I just felt overwhelmed by everything that's been going on. I ended up telling myself like, Dan, you need to close your eyes. You need to close your eyes and take a break, you know. I closed my eyes for a minute and knocked the hell out.
Lên đây. Cái kẹo không? Cái kẹo này đâu? Kẹo đó. Tức bỏ thì đó. Không được gì đó.
I closed my eyes for a little bit. What did you see, fam? Who's Zaza? Oh, JK, you are a lot of catching up to do. Zaza's my daughter. You know I had a daughter in Vietnam, JK?
Đúng rồi, tức bỏ thi với người ta.
That's my daughter, JK, Zaza. Hear me? That's my daughter, Zaza.
Thi đây. Nó đừng xích lại đâu. Đây con nó làm gì Thi?
Nó thích hả? Không thích.
Nó không thích bỏ thi.
Sao vậy?
Bỏ thi không à? Nó thấy bỏ thi là nó được à. Nó làm gì hết.
Yes, I know about your daughter. That's so freaking cool. No, I got a friend in the chat there, JK Tony. She was a member, part of my first community. Those of y'all that don't know, this is my backup account. My main account, check me on my main account at 1222 free. And over there, I used to go live every day as well as a daily live streamer like I'm doing now. And I built up a really strong community from my first account. And then now I got my lives over here on this backup. And JK has been trying to catch the live for a long time. She keeps on missing them because of the time difference. And she finally caught it, you know what I'm saying? So she's here. And there's a lot of people from my prior community that's here. And now we're building up a new community with the old and the new. And I can say this community is even doper. You know what I'm saying? I thought my first community was super dope. But now with the old and the new mixed, this is an even extremely more doper community. What's up, JK? How you doing, fam? I hope you're good. I'm glad you finally slide through and hang out, you know? It's been a long time, huh? I basically lost my privileges on my main account for like 6 months. I made this backup and it allowed me to go live again at 300 followers. I went live again at 300 followers, and within 1 week I hit over 10K followers going live. So thank you guys to everybody who supported me. Thank you guys to everybody who enjoys my live, following me, and just showing me nothing but hella love. You know what I mean? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And it's only up from here. Feel me? It's only up from here. That's all we know. It's the way we roll. Thank you everybody that's tapping the screen, running the likes up on this live. Thank you everybody that's giving me a follow, everybody that's showing me love and gifting me or whatever. I appreciate you guys. If you guys really want to help me out, I appreciate it. If you go hit the YouTube button in my bio and go subscribe to my YouTube. I lost my old phone, and as a result of losing my phone, I lost access to my YouTube account. And I had close to 1,000 subscribers, and I was right there. I had 970 something subscribers, about 30 subscribers away from monetizing. And I lost my phone and thus lost access to my account. So I basically had to start a brand new account. I was stressed out about that. I was like, I didn't want to start all over because it took me a long time to grind and build up to almost 1,000 subscribers. But sometimes you just gotta start over. You have no choice, you know. You can either sit there and cry, or you're just gonna just lace up your boots and go back to war, you know. And so I really appreciate it. Thank you, fam. Corina, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube. I appreciate you. And now I have to start all over. So if you really want to support me, if If you really want to help me by subscribing to my YouTube so I can monetize on YouTube, which is the highest paying platform on social media. And on my YouTube, I'll be posting some of my lives, repost it, but I'll also be posting videos of my adventures out here in Vietnam. Thank you, Karina. Thank you very much, Karina. I appreciate you. And you can only catch those videos specifically on my YouTube as well as my other TikTok videos, etc., etc. Thank you, Sylvia61. I appreciate you. Come on, you. King size. Come on, you. So what am I saying when I say come on you? I'm saying thank you very much in my language. AK, come on you. Leah, come on you. What is that? Can I have some? Yeah, you can have some. You're more than welcome to. If I were to order that, what is it called? It's called bún bò huế. So it's called bún bò huế, right? And this one is pork, but in America is beef. You know what I'm saying? So it's beef, noodle soup, but made from a certain region in Vietnam called huế. So it's bún bò huế. CC, then I woke up and first thing I saw is you. What's wrong with that? Is that bad or is that good? You know what I'm saying? It's 8 o'clock right now. I'm having dinner. You feel me? What time is it over there right now? Like 6 on the West Coast? Anh đang ăn bún bò Huế nè em. So it's fire. I love herbs. I love greens. 9 Eastern, 9 a.m. Eastern. Okay, on the East Coast. Morning. 7 on the West. 8. Yeah. It's crazy because Bianca, come on you, for the roses. Stay safe and stay blessed. So I will. Good morning, homie. It's 8. I'd love to visit your country. Come through. If you're really serious, just slide into my DMs. Slide into my DMs and let me know, and we can set something up. I already got about 10 of y'all who are interested. That ready. We got stuff scheduled, lined up, and I'm gonna be a tour guide out here as a side hustle. Prior to getting hit on my account, I had plans of renting out houses over here, 1-bedroom houses, and turning them to Airbnbs. That way, when you guys come through, I have Airbnbs already lined up. A house out here, a 1-bedroom house, will only cost me $150 a month. Yes, you heard right. Give me a second. Wait till my cousin stops doing what he's doing in the background, so I can hear you, so y'all can hear me better. Can y'all hear me? When is the best weather and time? I would say the best time, hands down, period, to visit Vietnam is in January and February during Vietnamese New Year's. Line it up so that you can come here during Vietnamese New Year's. It's also going to be the most expensive time because the airlines, they know that a lot of people come to Vietnam, fresh creations come on you for the roads. A lot of people come to Vietnam during the Tết, which is the Vietnamese New Year's, right? Tết is another way to say Vietnamese New Year. Feel me? And it's the most, I thought, because in America, Vietnamese New Year's goes on for a week straight. But people are telling me that Vietnamese New Year's goes on for a whole month. Kính ơi Kính, ở bên đây lễ Tết á là bao nhiêu ngày vậy?
Tết hả?
Một tuần hay là một tháng vậy?
Một tháng, nhưng mà người ta Tết trong vòng 3 năm 10 ngày đổ lại à. Mùng 10 là hết à. Mùng 1, mùng 2, mùng 3, mùng 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 ngày là hết rồi hả?
Dạ.
Mà thì ở bên đây nó lễ Tết cho 10 ngày thôi à?
Dạ.
Okay. Oh, so my cousin just told me it's for a month, but over here they only celebrate it for 10 days. You feel me? So for 10 days straight. Imagine having New Year's over there in America. You know, you guys have New Year's celebrations, bringing in the New Year. It's only for a day. So imagine doing that every day for 10 days straight. It's one of the most festive seasons of the year. And not only most festive, but it's the main. Hold up, y'all.
còn tiền là còn Tết.
It's the main holiday, Vietnamese holiday. You feel me? Period. I mean, we celebrate other stuff like Moon Festival and stuff like that, but nothing compares to that. It's like all the U.S. holidays boiled into one celebration. So just imagine celebrating Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July, all that at one time. You feel me? Yeah, I used to live in America. I used to live in California. I was born and raised in San Diego. I'm from a little neighborhood out there called Linda Vista. You feel me?
Mà giờ chị giàu
Am
dữ
I
lắm.
real?
Ủa
I
đấy.
knew it. That is still humor every time.
Ồ, trắng.
Happy to see you eating. Thank you, fam. Hey, Francie, thank you. Thank you for all the love. Francie came through and blessed me. Hit me with a Western, but I haven't been able to go get it yet because
Ra ra.
because the banks are closed right now. Dang, I was born in LBC. That's what's up. Is that the same language as Vietnam? Yeah, I was speaking Vietnamese.
Oh yeah.
Dang, you're seriously so handsome. I'm so happy I was able to get you. Thank you, JK.
Trắng gì vậy? Thì viết. Ờ. Chị viết của chị.
I'm talking to her from the bed. I get that a lot. Shout out to the Bay though. My favorite place to go visit in California, hands down. No disrespect to the rest of Cali, but the Bay is a whole different vibe. It's a whole different energy out there. A whole different swag, a whole different style. I was out there in East, West, Oakland, Frisco, the whole nine. And I traveled throughout California, up and down California. And I love the history out there. I love how they respect the history of the Black Panthers out there. There's murals, Huey Newton, and Angela Davis, and all of them, like all over East Oakland. I'm about that. I'm about that kind of vibe, you know. And so when I was out there, I was really like awestruck. Like, man, that's what's up. I want a community that doesn't forget about its pioneers, doesn't forget about its revolutionary warriors, that keeps that spirit alive and never ever forgets the sacrifices that others made. You feel me? And I think that's very important. You know what I mean? Because the United States government, they're always gonna try to pacify that. They're always gonna try to like keep that from the rest of the community and the nation, and keep them from learning about things like that. But things like that is very, very important. You know what I'm saying? I could go on and on about the Black Panther Party and what they were about, but at the end of the day, all I can say is that they were for the people, and the government knew that. And anytime anything is for the people, the government is going to try to knock it down. They're about unity, about building a community. They weren't just about the black race in itself, but they're about for the people, any race. It didn't matter. They started coming together with other members from other races, the brown berets, the yellow jackets, and some white hillbilly group, I believe out of Ohio. And they created this thing called the Rainbow Coalition. And they were trying to unite everybody together, you know what I'm saying, for a common cause, to go against the oppression and the scandalous corruption of the government. And as a result, they ended up, the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, ended up creating a special unit specifically to target the Black Panthers, and they infiltrated them. They sent spies into their party, and they ended up setting them up and getting them arrested. They killed Fred Hampton, a very powerful speaker, at the age of 17. They murdered him, and that's a cold thing. That's a lot of things, a lot of stuff that needs to be taught in the history books and people need to know about. But instead, it's snuffed. You know what I'm saying? And they try to sweep that under the rug. But that's one of the reasons why I left the United States. You know what I mean? Stuff like that, you know. Do not get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. There's a lot going on to this very day. There's a lot that has gone on that we will never ever fully know or understand. But I can say one thing's for certain. If the Black Panther Party was all about uniting the people, bringing the community up, and protecting the community, and helping the community by serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and educating the kids in the community, and driving around and expressing their constitutional rights to bear arms, and they should literally follow police officers while the police officers were patrolling the neighborhood. They would patrol the police officers, and that's where you get the word G-Ride comes from. A lot of you guys who know about GTA and this and that, Grand Theft Auto, and y'all be saying, oh, I got caught up in the G-Ride. The G-Ride actually originated from the Black Panther Party when they used to follow and patrol the police, right? And they used to call it Gestapo ride. Basically, the Gestapo was, in Germany, the Nazis, and that's how they viewed the police. They weren't there to protect the community. They were basically Nazis trying to eliminate, and eradicate people from the communities, the marginalized communities. So it was called patrolling the Gestapo ride. But there's a lot. That shit makes me sad when I think about that stuff. May their spirits always live on. May every single member of the Black Panther Party, everybody that took part in that movement, may their revolutionary warrior spirit continue to live on through us. Through the people. It don't matter about skin color. It don't matter about none of that. All that matters is that if you're living underneath a government that doesn't care about you, that's trying to oppress you, that's trying to set you up, that's trying to put you away, all for their own benefit, all to fatten their own pockets, and all to secure some kind of status, privilege, etc. The 1%ers against the 99%, inequality, you feel me? And a lot of corruption. Then if any of you guys are affected by that, then it's for you. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, I wouldn't say they're ignorant to all that. A lot of people just don't understand. And the reason why you don't understand and you don't know is because they don't want you to understand. They don't want you to know. They want to keep all that sealed up because they don't want to take the attention off of what they did. Danielle, thank you very much for the gift. I appreciate you. They will always try to draw the attention away from them and try to put it on to the movement, right? And try to label the movement as a bad thing. Absolutely was not a bad thing. You feel me? And so you only know what you know because you only know what they allow you to know. If you really want to know, you have to do your own studies. You have to go and dig deep because the history and the information is there, but it's not ready to be available like the history that they teach you in schools. You know what I'm saying? What is history? History is something that occurred throughout time, something that everybody and their mama should know about, but the government picks and chooses what they want you to know. You feel me? And at the same time, I would even question the history that they're teaching you. You feel me? And so it's sad. It's sad, and that movement, that what the brothers and the sisters were all about, they were all about changing that. You know what I'm saying? They're all about making sure that things like that aren't ongoing. The earth said just hush and eat. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. But as long as you stay blind to the facts, you're gonna stay blind to the reality. And you're gonna stay blind to everything that's going on around you that's affecting you. Melly, come on you for the roller. Simple and plain. I'm in Vietnam right now, fam. Now I'm in Vietnam. South Vietnam. Anybody guys coming up in my chat being disrespectful, I will block you easily. with no problem, and I will send you on your way because I'm all about energy, and I refuse to let negative energy come into a positive chat. So if you want to come in here and be immature, you want to come in here and talk about gang stuff and anything that's disrespectful to the chat, I will send you on your way so you go find a chat that suits you. A chat that's going to keep you watered down, a chat that's not going to enlighten or empower or inspire or motivate you. Go and sit and watch chats where females sit there and talk about, I'm not going to talk to someone that I like, that someone that's my type comes into the chat, that type of stuff. Go in there and do that, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the hell they be doing over there. Chats where they're just sitting there not really trying to talk about nothing, not trying to teach or educate or enlighten. Go and hang out over there, that's for you, because this chat is for people who want to become enriched, want to gain some kind of knowledge, some kind of wisdom, each one, teach one type stuff, right? If you want to stay watered down, more power to you. But this isn't for you, you know what I'm saying? Because we ain't trying to water nobody down, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to thicken you up, feel me? We're trying to make sure that you really full of sauce. Disrespectful dude. Who, me, Karina? I'm not disrespectful. Are you talking to me or somebody else? Because if you're talking to me, then again, you do not have to stay in this chat. Oh, okay, my bad. I apologize. I'll correct myself whenever I'm wrong. None of you guys have to stay in this chat. Nobody's holding nothing to your head, forcing you to be here. You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna be here, be respectful. That's all I ask. You feel me? Do not contaminate, do not taint the positivity of this chat. That's all I ask. You feel me? Nah, I'm eating boom ball wet. You ain't even reading the chat, bro. You just preaching. Nah. I'm looking at the chat while I talk, and at the same time, I can sit here and read the chat all day, but where are we gonna go? I'm looking at the chat, I'm looking for anything that anybody has some real questions or something that they want to ask about. I'm more than happy to answer whatever. But if you just want to sit here and go back and forth, put something in the chat. Put something in the chat and enlighten. Put something in the chat that's gonna get us somewhere. You only got one life to live. You spent 24 hours in the day. 8 hours working, 8 hours sleeping, 8 hours you have to yourself. 6 of those probably go to your responsibilities. So whatever's left of your time, don't you want to make the most of it, or do you want to just sit there and not be productive? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm about. So my bad if I'm not like answering the chat like that. I am looking at it. People are saying they love Zaza and Jesus loves y'all. That's what's up. The chat could read that. If there's a question, I try my best to answer people's questions, but I also want to take advantage of this platform that I have in order to like enlighten the masses. I apologize if that ain't your style, you know what I'm saying? I apologize if that ain't for you, you feel me? My bad, I can't force realism down your throat, fam. You know what I'm saying? And I don't blame you for not wanting the truth. I don't blame you for not wanting to be woke, you feel me? You live in a world where the government, exactly, they want to keep you there. You know what I mean? They done got so deep in your head that you don't even want to advance. You don't want to level up. You feel me? They want to keep you dumbed down and watered down on purpose. Because as long as they keep you blind, thank you, Karina, they can have their way with you. And so when you jump in my chat and you say stuff like that, it just goes to show like very clearly, no disrespect to you, but it goes to show how strong the government and their propaganda is. You know what I'm saying? This is real. This is not no game, fam. There's nothing to play around with. You feel me? They're literally dicking people right now down. And because they got it so good, because they done put you underneath a microscope and figured you out, broke you down to a scientific level, even when something refreshing, even when some truth, some realism comes your way, it goes right over your head. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at you, fam. You feel me? I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the government. I'm mad at the way the politicians got everything set up to oppress and basically eradicate the people in many different systematical ways. But hopefully one day you will come to realize what is going on before it's too late. You know what I'm saying? And you will pick up game, you know what I'm saying? Because knowledge is power, and you will lead your people or you will lead your family up out of the matrix. You feel me? You think you broke the matrix? I believe I broke the matrix just by becoming woke enough to realize what is being done. Do I fully understand the matrix? Or do I fully understand what everything they do? Absolutely not. They're good at what they do. They work and they put layers upon layers upon layers to cover themselves so that you don't even see what's going on. But I'm over here in Vietnam because I broke out of the matrix, you know. What aspect of my life am I improving currently? My well-being, my peace of mind. I'm not sitting here stressed out month to month, living paycheck to paycheck, working 2, 3 jobs, still can't get by. I'm not having to suffer and see my people suffer as a whole in marginalized communities and catching football numbers. Kids being put away for life, kids whose minds ain't even fully developed yet, being put away for life before a crime that they didn't even fully understand that they're doing. I'm not in danger of possibly falling back into that trap. I can go on and on, fam. The cost of living over here is way cheaper. I'm not over there kind of chase after this big American dream, this picture that they painted for you to chase, you know what I'm saying? And took you hostage and gave you no choice but to believe that's the only way to live, that's the only dream to chase, and as a result, it's actually a setup. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting over there, possibly end up facing homelessness or fall victim to the prison overcrowding or drug crisis over there because my government rather pour money into different countries and do things that will fatten their pockets, not the American people's pockets. They're taking the American people's taxpayers' dollars and they're sending it overseas, and they're doing that on purpose so they can fatten their own pockets in the process instead of pouring it into the people, instead of pouring it into the United States, instead of pouring into trying to fix all of the crises that are occurring over there. So yeah, I wake up every day and I do whatever the hell I want to do. I wake up every day, and if I'm hungry, it only costs me $3 to get breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and be full. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to. Money, as far as like my meals and all that stuff goes, is not an issue. I'm not stressed out financially, getting to the point where I'm losing myself mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Not to the point where, like Tupac said, I never wanted to be a thug. I was forced to be a thug. You feel me? If my government would have provided for me and gave me the opportunities I needed, why would I have to even churn, you know what I'm saying, to go in and being a stick-up kid, or to turn to go and push some dope on the corner? My government, your government basically gave you no choice. You know what I'm saying? What am I gonna do? I gotta survive. My family got to eat. I don't want to do all these things that I have to do, but I do the things that I have to do, like Tupac said, because they didn't give me no choice. You feel me? And so, what are you gonna do? You're gonna sit there and let your family go without and go homeless? You feel me? You gotta do what you gotta do, and not by choice though. You had no choice. They strong-armed you to being who didn't want to be. You know what I'm saying? Reality made it that way, right? And so as a result, I could go on and on, fam. I swear to God, I could. Like, I'm just hella raw with it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm trying to enjoy this meal, and these damn noodles are like cut hella short, so I can't really pick them up. But after I really get done macking down this bowl and you hanging out, you're not Tupac quote Confucius or something. Why would I quote Confucius when Tupac Shakur was one of the hardest, one of the best philosophers of my time? I do not come from the era of Confucius. Why would I try to quote somebody that I did not grow up on or wasn't raised upon? You feel me? I'd rather quote people that I consider philosophers of my time, revolutionary warriors of my time, pioneers and world shakers of my time. Feel me? Were you around during Confucius' time? So why would you quote him? Or first and foremost, you don't even know nothing about him. You just know what the history taught you about Confucius, right? So please do not come from a place of ignorance, man. Let's speak reality here. You know what I'm saying? Tupac spoke the truth, and you know what the truth is? He was assassinated. He was a baby panther. His mama was a black panther. He had too much power. They took him out at the age of 25, and they want to make it look like it was some gang stuff and East and West Coast war, and etc., etc., etc. That is how deep the government is, and that's how sophisticated they are. They know what the hell they're doing, and then they're gonna paint the picture that they want you to see. They're gonna want to make it look like an East and West Coast war, and if it was so, then how come to this day we still don't know who assassinated Tupac Shakur or Biggie? You feel me? The young brother had too much power. At the age of 25, they took him out. He was a revolutionary warrior. He had the blood of his mama pumping through his veins, of his daddy pumping through his veins. Both members of the Black Panther Party. He was a baby panther, and he had too much of a platform. He had too much influence over millions of people. When he spoke, people listened. You feel me? And if he got too hype, if he got too turned up, they knew the potential he had. They knew how much power the young brother was gonna possess, and if he wanted to shake some things up, he would shake some things up, and trust and believe, many people would have listened, right? And so he was deemed a threat, and as a result, he was assassinated, not by no Crips from LA, not by no East Coast war, West Coast, East Coast war. He was assassinated by his own government. Trust and believe that. Trust and believe that. Don't fall victim to the hype, bro. Do not fall victim to the hype. Dr. CB, gone. Trying to teach the people natural remedies, right? Going against the pharmaceutical companies, right? Pharmaceutical companies got billions and billions of dollars, right? Politicians got stock in these pharmaceutical companies, right? We have an opiate crisis as a result of these pharmaceutical companies, right? They're flooding the streets with all these opioids, and people are getting strung out. And what happens when people get strung out on opioids and all that? They end up committing crimes, right? And then they commit crimes and they end up in juvenile or adult lockup, right? In prison, right? Who owns these prisons? Who owns these prisons? None of my people own these prisons. Do any of your people own these prisons? Everybody that owns these prisons are these rich one percenters, people up top, politicians, people who have millions of dollars. Thus, they take their money and control the legislation. Thus, they pass laws that affect people in marginalized communities. These laws do not affect them. These laws affect the people. And then these laws put our people away. Children, you know what I'm saying? Fathers, mothers, daughters, cousins, loved ones away for football numbers of years, right? So why you mad at me? Because I'm bringing you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Look at it. See. Open your eyes. 2.5 million people currently incarcerated in the United States. There are more people locked up in the United States than any other country. Period. The United States ain't bigger than Africa, it ain't bigger than Russia, it ain't bigger than China. Its population is not close to most of those countries I just mentioned, right? Yet it has more people incarcerated than any other country. Why do you think that is? It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Built on who? Who's filling those prisons up? They got privately owned prisons. They got, state of California has over 30-something prisons, like 37 prisons. It was only meant to house like about 70,000 inmates. Now it houses double that max capacity at like 170,000. Come on, what do you think this is all about? The land of the free? If we are the land of the free, then why are there more people incarcerated in the land of the free than any other country in the world? Is it because Americans are crazy? Is it because we just out here wilding out and we all just need to get locked the hell up? No, it's because every single person that the government deems expendable, they're just gonna throw you in there, lock you up, you toss the key, and they're gonna make money, they're gonna fatten their pockets while your family suffers without you. While you go without your family members for 10, 20, 15, 30 years, you know what I'm saying? And then they wanna put all the attention on the so-called criminals. Like Tupac said, I'm gonna quote Tupac, the philosopher of my generation. I never wanted to be a thug. You feel me? I was forced to be a thug. It has left me no choice. What else am I supposed to do? Huh? Sit here and starve? Sit here and live stressed out? sit here and watch my people suffer. No, I'm gonna up a pull, and I'm gonna stick it to somebody's face, and I'm gonna get it how you force me to get it. You don't like what I gotta say?
Oh yeah.
I don't blame you, fam. At the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you like this, that's your truth. If it speaks truth to your heart, then your feelings are valid, your views are valid according to you. I'm not here to tell you that you're wrong or none of that. I'm just here to speak my truth. And if something that I share with you, you like, and you wanna adopt and put it to your arsenal, and when I say arsenal, put it to your hat and apply it whenever you need to apply it through this crazy ass life and this journey that we're living, then apply it. Feel me? But please respect it. Feel me? All I ask is just please respect it. That's all I ask, because at the end of the day, I don't blame you for the way you think. I don't blame you for the way you think, because how can you think anything else until you become enlightened? How can you think beyond what you're thinking right now until someone comes along and teaches you? The blind leads the blind, right? If you want to remain blind, continue to remain blind. That's your prerogative. You feel me? But I'm here to enlighten, fam. And I come with love. I come in peace. I come with respect. I'm not your op. I'm not your enemy. You feel me? But your enemy, the one that's really your enemy, they are doing a very good job, and they're taking the attention off of them and they're putting it on someone like me. And I don't blame you for not being able to see that. You feel me? Because they are good at what they do. They break everybody down to a scientific level. They place your ass underneath a microscope. They got doctors and psychologists and psychiatrists and philosophers and scientists and everybody. They're paying them to figure the people out. And they're using what works, and what doesn't work, they don't apply it. And it's obviously working, because even when the facts are placed before you, it just goes right over your head. So they're doing an excellent job. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? They're doing an excellent job. On God. On God. I'm not mad at the haters. It just breaks my heart. It just breaks my heart how deeply the government has infiltrated them mentally, spiritually, emotionally, like a parasite. Like a parasite. It's in there, just eating them up, tricking them, keeping them blind, curtains over their eyes. And it is so deep. That, like I said, even when some realism comes your way, you can't even pick it up. Do you get hawk, pool every day? The hell's that? This girl just asked if those are rice noodles. Yeah, they're rice noodles. How am I this morning? It's nighttime over here, fam. It's actually 8:32 at night right now. The government's so scary. It really scares me. Yeah, it does. Depression. The government scares the hell out of me too. Y'all in them? Well, you guys have, I don't know what that is. Cool, yeah, we do. In the United States, in the US, a pack of cigarettes costs you like $14, $15. What's up, fam? Baby Brown? Over here, it only costs $1.25. You chill as hell, bro. I'm simply a messenger, fam. That's how I feel about it. I was given this gift. I was able to open my third eye. I became enlightened. And I gotta remain chill in order to deliver the message. You know what I'm saying? But best believe I'm not a pushover either. I stay 10 toes down firmly in what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna deliver the message, and I'm gonna do my best to help my people who are oppressed. And if I gotta every now and then let somebody know whatever I need to let them know, I'm gonna let them know. Nick, I'm weak. So if I'm so weak, bruh, again, is anybody holding you hostage, fam? Nobody's holding you hostage, fam. Go to another chat. Just swipe up. Go swipe up and go get watered down and stay watered down, fam. You feel me? And then I remain weak, right, Nick? But the thing is, the cold part about it is this, Nick. I know for a fact you wouldn't say that to me in my face, man. You say that behind this camera. So salute to you. You know what I'm saying? Respect to you. You know what I'm saying? I see you for what you are. You feel me? Feel free to leave positive vibes on God. And a lot of people do that. They know they're behind the screen and they're probably like got that privilege cracking off, and they probably look at people like me or people with minorities or whatever, like we're underneath them, and so they feel like they're disgusted by us and they feel like they can talk to us in any kind of way. But you best believe you talk to the wrong person, you're gonna have something coming that you ain't gonna be able to deal with. But you won't do that because you know what time it is. You know for sure that you would never step to me in my face and run your mouth like that. You would rather do it behind the screen. So what am I to do? Just sit here and entertain it? Salute to you, fam. I wish you all the best. You feel me? NY baby, among you for the double G's. Vietnamese word of the day. Vietnamese word of the day. But before we get into the Vietnamese word of the day, how do you say? How does a woman tell a man that she loves him? Yeah. Oh, so now you're gonna call me okay. How many of the women? How many of the women in this chat agree with that comment that was pinned to the top? You feel me? Look at the comment pinned to the top by Eric. Most likely one of those people with hella privilege. You feel me? I'm gonna leave that pinned to the top. And at the same time, I do not have anything against anybody that rocks like that. But Eric, I bet you anything, I'll pull your wife. I'll pull your wife, your mama, your grandmama, your auntie, your I don't know who else, your Uber driver. I'll pull them. Yeah, best believe that. You feel me? And I say that with confidence, not because whatever, but because I'm confident, bro. I'm confident. You feel me? I'll pull his granny, his great granny, his babysitter, his teacher, elote seller, everybody. You know what I mean? That ain't pork. This ain't pork, that is beef. This gotta be beef then. Uncle, you can fool me. Oh God, hate you hate because they're just. That's one thing that you guys need to understand. People hate on you because they envy what you got. Always remember that. People will hate on you because they envy what you got. Another thing you need to remember too is that whenever you're speaking truth, you're trying to line, you're walking in the light, you're walking in the spirit, the devil will send his minions no matter what. That's just the way it works. You know what I'm saying? It's like, woo woo! The devil's like, woo woo! There's someone over there. You know what I'm saying? He's walking in the light. He's trying to spread the truth. You know what I'm saying? Let's go over there and try to taint and disrupt and disturb whatever he got going on. So I'm not surprised, bro. I'm not surprised at all. If you're not being chastised, if you're not being hated on, you're not doing something right. You feel me? That's just, it just comes with it. So I just accept it as it is. But I'll let a motherfucker know real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'll let a motherfucker know real quick. I come in peace. I'm very respectful, but I'm not no pushover, fam. Try to believe that. You feel me? God said turn the other cheek. Well, I take it as I'm gonna slap you on one cheek and I'm gonna make you turn your other one. I'll slap you on the other. You feel me? I'm gonna make you turn your other cheek. Feel me? I got you, fam. My black Jack and my Mexican, they're cool with me over there. Hell yeah, you are. I don't know why a lot of people feel like. Thank you, Yvonne. I don't know why a lot of people feel like Vietnamese people over here hate Americans. if you understand the history of the war, Vietnam and Vietnam was two different states, split North and South. North Vietnam, the dictator of North Vietnam, or the leader of the North Vietnam, the leader of the Viet Cong, right, the VCs, he wanted to turn Vietnam into one entire communist state. During that time, communism was on the rise. It was spreading to China, Russia, etc. And so the United States didn't want communism to spread like that, so they stepped in and tried to help the south of Vietnam, where I'm from, my family's from, etc. So when the United States stepped in during that war effort, they also allied with the South Vietnamese army and fought alongside each other against the North. So people from the South especially love Americans because you guys were our allies during the Vietnam War. You guys actually came in to help the people of the South. So why would the people of the South have any anger or animosity against someone that actually came and aligned with them in a war effort? Now, yeah, there's a lot of stuff that occurred during the war that was foul, that American troops did. A lot of stuff that the Vietnamese people, they will forgive but never forget, such as the My Lai massacre, you know what I'm saying, when they came through and killed a whole entire village of women, children, babies, and all that included, you know what I'm saying? How they went around and killed VC soldiers and stuff and cut off their ears and wore their ears around their neck as souvenirs and crazy stuff like that. You feel me? So, thank you, Cortez. I appreciate you. Gamung you for the coral. So, but they're also, my people are also wise enough to know that just because a group of individuals that was a part of a nucleus of an army, it doesn't mean that every single person in the army was bad. You feel me? There are expats, ex-veterans from the war who actually retired to Vietnam. They choose to retire to Vietnam because their experience over here was awesome. They remember the people, they remember how beautiful the country was, and as a result, they chose to retire in Vietnam because the cost of living is even cheaper, and they were actually former soldiers that were here in the war. So, Hudson believe the Vietnamese people do not hate Americans, and if anything, you guys get treated better over here. Why do you guys get treated better over here? Because Vietnam and America, they open up doors to have relations, start doing business and stuff. Vietnam, as a result, even though it's the cheapest country to live in, it's also one of the fastest countries economically that's growing right now. It's becoming very modernized, very westernized, very up to date. You know what I'm saying? So don't fall for that hype. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. That's the media. That's the propaganda that they're trying to push. That's the stereotype that they're trying to. That's the picture that they're trying to paint. And as a result, you only see things one way and one way only. You see it the way that the government wants you to see it. Hey Natalie, and so I'm here to enlighten and teach y'all, like, yeah, you've been lied to. You know what I mean? And how are you to know unless someone shows you? Because other than that, you're gonna trust what your government is telling you. And I'm telling you here now, question everything that your government is telling you. Yeah, the U.S. is helping Israel more than they're helping Americans. That's a fact. They passed a bill that was able to finance a nuclear missile defense company, an American company, about $60 billion to go over to Israel to build an invisible missile defense dome. And not only did they pass the bill, they used American taxpayer dollars to pass this bill, to fund this bill, to fund this company. And in doing so, these crooked politicians also bought stock in these companies. You feel what I'm saying? So they passed the bill for this company, gave it like $60 billion to go over to Israel, build this nuclear missile defense invisible dome over his country to protect it from missiles and all that. And they also bought stock in this company after they passed this bill, knowing that there's billions of American tax dollar money is going to go into this company. 60 billion. So just imagine that. Johnny, again, another person with privilege. hating on me. Go ahead, Johnny. I know you're proud to be an American, but stay proud all you want, fam, because even you are being affected by the government. Unless you're part of the 1%, the Illuminati and all that, you are part of the 99% who's being affected, and you are so caught up and so brainwashed that you don't even realize it. You feel me? And so they passed this bill and also bought stock in this company to fatten their own pockets. That's your government for you. And instead of pouring $60 billion into the country, no, they rather pour it into that, okay? And then make money off of it at the same time. Deuteronomy, thank you, fam. Come on, you. Yeah. It's a cold pee. It's a cold game. You know what I mean? And then they push all these different stereotypes, propaganda so strongly that when people see me over here in Vietnam, they're like, why in the world would you live in Vietnam? Why in the world are you over there? If you only knew. If you only knew. Everything, the stereotypes that they taught you, everything that you learned, none of that's true. You know what I'm saying? Why would they want you to leave the country and come over here and live better when they could keep you over there underneath their thumb and have you breaking yourself of all your blood, sweat, and tears to build a country up for them? You know what I'm saying? Only to get yourself in debt, only to get yourself stressed out, only to get yourself going through a gang of mental issues and problems. You think they're gonna push, oh, this cost of living is cheap in Vietnam, it's good over there, life is good over there, woo woo. Nah, hell no, they want you to stay where you at. As long as they keep you where you are, they're always gonna have their way with you. Exactly, it's all about illusion. They sell you that big American dream. When people from other countries think of America, what do you think they think of? Every time they watch TV, every time they watch a movie, they see celebrities. You know what I'm saying? That's what they see when they think of America. They see the mansions and the fast cars and the fat chains and the rappers putting stacks against their ears and using it like phones, and you feel me? Yachts and all this crazy stuff, right? Suits and glamorous gowns and models and actresses and people all dolled up. That's what people from other countries see, and then they're like, "Wow, that's America." They think everybody's over here living like that. Everybody's in America living like that. And so they, like I said, they pour money. They pour millions of dollars into this. Those are 1%ers. Those are people that don't even get taxed. They got so much money. They got more money than all of us put together, but they don't even get taxed. You feel me? And then they entice people to leave their countries where they are actually better off staying, right? And so these people go to America and chase this big old American dream, thinking that anybody, if you work hard enough, you'll be able to obtain it, right? And as a result, they only came over here to realize that they fell into a nightmare. They fell into a trap. You feel me? Thank you, CJ. Come on, I'm Vietnamese. I'm Vietnamese and Indonesian.
Ngon cái đó gì em?
Thank you, CJ. Thank you, Junani. I haven't heard no one speak the truth in so long. I respect your culture. Thank you, Johnny. What do you guys think of Arabs? I honestly can't speak for my people. Well, I have no idea what they think about Arabs.
Nó nguội khó ăn lắm hả?
Rồi mấy cái bún này nhỏ xíu mà đang múc lên nó dốc xuống rồi.
Cái đó ăn phải có cái mùi.
Cái muỗng xúc vô. Đó, xúc vô. Vài nè.
Except for the millions that Biden, that through our borders and now living in luxury hotel. Feel me? Ginger chicken, make one with Social Security. I have no idea what that means. What's the plan for tonight? It ain't some. I'm planning to just chill. Just go deeper into this live. You know what I'm saying? Kick it with the community. Take care of Zaza. I might work out. I might not. I feel like it, but at the same time I don't. Feel me?
Vậy nãy chưa? Là cắn bể giết rồi nha. Nó giữ gầm lên giữ mày à. Nó
Ủa còn sao vậy bác rau bắt đang ăn. Rau hả?
Bác đang ăn sao con học tay nó gì vậy?
Được sao không? Thôi, bán cho anh được không?
Con đang thương cháu không?
Sao không thương?
Ủa mẹ. Cái gì? Ủa nãy giờ nó được cắn mẹ bây giờ. Được cắn mẹ nãy giờ.
Được chưa?
Mày nha, mất thương mày nha.
Gia đình mà.
Cắn mày nè. Ăn đi nè. Ăn đi nè. Ăn đi không? Ra. Rồi, nghĩ mà cô ăn luộc cái ruột ăn để cái vỏ lại.
Wow, interesting. There is no action. Are you living there? Permanent, temporary, or permanent? I plan to make Vietnam a home base and travel from it and always return. If I ever leave, I always return. This will always be my home base. I like not because I'm being biased or not because I'm Vietnamese, but because I like the vibe over here. I like the energy. I like the cost of living. It's very cheap. In America, I was living stressed out like a peasant. Over here, I'm living like a king. You know what I'm saying? And I don't need much to live like a king. And the fact of the matter is, it's like we only have one life to live. Every day, we're expiring, right? So why would you want to spend whatever's left of your life living like a stressed out paycheck to paycheck like a peasant, working for somebody else, fattening their pockets while they give you kibbles and bits, and then the government's gonna turn around and tax your check and all that, right? Yeah, you might be like, oh, I make $25 an hour. No, you don't. You know what I'm saying? You think you make $25 an hour and you think you got a good pay number, but in actuality, when you get that check, you got taxed. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a facade. It makes you think that you're making that, right? So I love my life. I love myself. I'm radical about my peace, my happiness, my life. And so I choose to be where I need to be to make sure that whatever's left of this life, I spent a big majority of it suffering. So whatever's left of it, I really enjoy it. And Vietnam provides me that opportunity to do so. You know what I'm saying? You can get a one-bedroom apartment over here for $150 a month. In the U.S., paying $2,000 a month for an apartment, for a one-bedroom apartment. $2,000 a month. So over here, with $2,000, I could basically live for a whole year and some. You know what I'm saying? So why would I want to pay in the U.S. for 1 month $2,000 and live there when I could live for a whole entire year off of $2,000? It's illogical not to stay here. You know what I'm saying? It does not make no sense to stay in America for me. If America's where it's at for you, more power to you, but I'm more of a logical kind of person, you know what I'm saying? It does not make no sense to spend, like I said, $2,000 a month for a one-bedroom apartment and spend $2,000 a year for a one-bedroom apartment. And then, so what I get to do with all the extra money that I save? I could live like royalty. I could do whatever I want to do, right? I could really enjoy this precious gift called life that God gave me to enjoy. That's what I said. Who did your tattoos and how much was it? I got all my tattoos done in prison. But over in Vietnam, one of my cousins out here, he got a full sleeve done. Like one of his arms, full sleeve. And he paid $150 for a full sleeve, y'all. In America, easily $2,000-3,000. Hey Maria, how you doing, fam? Sao nó dữ vậy con? Hả?
Nó bông máu nữa nè, nó máu. Biết đó, ăn đi. Rồi nó máu cho cái áo đâu. Giữ đi, bên đây giữ đi.
Ăn no bị nó dữ luôn rồi.
Biết nè, biết nè. Biết nè. Đây.
Ra
Ra.
Sao? Nhậu xong rồi hả? Nhậu không nổi.
Cái đó gì?
Nhậu không nổi hả em?
Thảo chiều uống vài ba lon thôi, diễn công diễn cúng rồi.
Did you do prison?
Nóng từ ngày nay ngủ mấy
Yeah,
đi.
I did I did 27 and a half years of incarceration in America.
Ủa, đi dữ hả?
21 years of that was spent in adult state prison. The rest was spent in the juvenile system.
Để kiếm lại cái nồi cho nó.
Thank you, Mondo. Thank you. I appreciate it, fam. I received that. I live in Vietnam right now. South Vietnam. Phang Thi. You work in Vietnam. I make money remotely by doing social media. Thank you always for the roses. Come on, Neil. I did all my time. I started off in level 3 for like the first year and a half, and then I boosted my points up, and I did the rest of my time all in level 4.
Đâu mẹ?
I was doing what I needed to do in order to survive because the government left me no choice. What up, Sacktown? You fixed the pic? No, I didn't, fam. So what I ended up doing was creating a new PayPal account, which I now have linked to my TikTok. I lost basically access to my other account, fam. So I basically chopped it up as a loss. If it happens to somehow, some way, someday, I'm able to get it back, then cool. But other than that, all that money is done. You know what I mean? It's lost. So right now I got a new PayPal account linked to this account, and I'm waiting for them to send a card to my sister in America, and then my sister's gonna send it to me, and that's the process. At least I'll be lucky if I get it before a month, you know? So, it's just another bump. It's just another bump and another hurdle in the way, but we're gonna knock that thing down. We're just gonna get right through it. I did 27 years, but not straight, in totality, throughout my lifetime. I started doing time when I was 10, and I didn't stop until I was 38. I just got done doing 14 years. Before the 14, I did 7 years. Before the 7, I did 4 in the California Youth Authority. I've done time in juvenile halls, juvenile camp, and I've been in 3 different group homes. So all together, it comes out to like 27 and a half years, not including 4 months I did at a halfway house, or the years I did on probation or parole, you know what I mean? Yeah, I started doing time at the age of 10, and I didn't stop until I was 38. I'm 41. Damn, God bless your soul. God bless your strong soul, brother. Thank you, God bless you too. You're a miracle. I appreciate that. I'm often told that I'm a walking miracle. And I'm not going to even sit here and deny that I am. I'm not trying to brag or not trying to boast, but I ran away from home when I was 10, joined a gang, and gangbang led to crime led to incarceration. And I was so deep in that life that I was literally brainwashed by the warped beliefs that I was taught by my homeboys, and by gang culture that I adopted as a result of gangsterism and gang culture. And so I believed in these warped beliefs so strongly that it was like an identity that I wore on. And so for me to be able to break out of that after being deep in that life since the age of 10, I consider myself a walking miracle because I had to unbrainwash myself, you know what I'm saying? And that was not easy, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they just see, you know what I'm saying, the end results, or they see, you know what I mean, who I am now, but they don't see the work, the major amounts of work that I had to put in, the blood, sweat, and tears that I had to put in order to rehabilitate myself and change my ways and break free from the the warped beliefs that were so deeply ingrained in me. You feel me? Am I fully eradicated of everything as far as gangsterism goes? Absolutely not. But I will always remain a work in progress to the day I die. You feel what I'm saying? I'm no longer part of a gang member. I'm a former gang member. I'm an ex-gang member and all that. But you know, they have that saying, you can take the boy out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the homeboy. You feel me? And so, people say, why you talk the way you talk, why you move the way you move. It's like almost me telling you why you speak English, like why do you speak English the way you speak English? This is the way the hood, the streets raised me. Like I can't undo certain aspects, or whether you want to call it good or bad attributes of myself. You feel me? And at the same time, I'm not ashamed of where I come from or nothing like that. It's just part of my journey. People say, why don't you get all your tattoos removed? I mean, if I could go back and erase everything, erase my past and everything I've been through, then I would literally be erasing myself, and I love who I am today, right? So why erase your history? It's your story, it's your past. You know what I'm saying? Don't be ashamed of it. Be proud that you went through that, you survived it, and you came out better in the end. You know what I'm saying? Represent that. You know what I'm saying? There's no shame in this. I'm a product of my environment. You know what I'm saying? I made choices due to situations and circumstances. If I came up in a different environment, underneath a different government, with different privileges or whatever, maybe things would be different. Maybe I wouldn't have took that route. But when the streets was flooded in 1980s with Coca-Cola, yay, and all that, my dad got swept up in the crack cocaine epidemic, and as a result, he became a monster overnight and became extremely abusive, so much so that at the age of 10 I had to take off, not because I wanted to, but in order to survive. Feel me? So you could judge me all you want, you could misunderstand me all you want, but until you know my story, you would never fully understand why I chose the life that I once chose. It was never a choice. You know what I'm saying? Survival was the choice. And as a kid, I was very naive, and all I wanted to do was survive. I just wanted to stay alive. You know what I'm saying? And the gangs offered me that. They offered me shelter, they offered me food, they offered me protection. And so I gave my whole life to them. I gave my heart, my soul, my spirit, everything to them. And it took me a long time to mature, because the human brain doesn't fully develop until around the age of 24, 25. So it took me a long time to mature, to become woke and realize, like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? What led up to all this? Are you going to continue to allow what led up to all this to continue to cause you to suffer and cause you to lose? Or are you going to make a route change? Are you going to remain with no control of your life, or are you going to become empowered? You know what I'm saying? And take a hold of it. So I had to do what I had to do, and it wasn't easy. And so a lot of y'all might have family members that are caught up in gangs and caught up in that lifestyle, and you wonder why they won't break out of it. Because it's not easy to. It takes a lot. I'm talking about a lot. I literally cried when I had to make this transition. I literally cried when I had to walk away from the life that it was all I knew. Like, seriously, I cried. I shed tears. I sat there and I had to strip myself of the only identity that I knew, and try to put on something that was foreign to me, being a civilian, being a regular individual, you know what I'm saying? I try to just play it smooth and this and that. It's not easy. And so yes, when you tell me that I'm a miracle, I will gladly agree with you, because I feel like I'm a walking miracle, because I know my story and I know how hard it is to break out of that. Because if it was so easy, we would have many, many more brothers and sisters that break out of that. But as y'all know, we don't. You know what I'm saying? We're losing them left and right, right to left. Feel me? Delita, thank you. Nobody will ever fully understand. Just like I would never fully understand your struggle, your life. Because you experienced it, you lived it. You could tell me all you want. Man, I would never fully understand because I didn't live it with you. Y'all didn't sit there for years and years with me in solitary confinement. Y'all didn't sit there with me as a child with handcuffs wrapped around my wrists like bracelets. You feel me? Being placed in solitary confinement and being traumatized and having to survive riots and stabbings and crazy stuff like that. Crooked police and prison gangs and you know what I mean? That whole world is another whole different world. You know what I'm saying? Y'all would never understand the lonely nights, staying up late, 2 or 3 in the morning when the tears completely silent and just being stuck, laying there in my thoughts in inhumane conditions. You know what I'm saying? Trying to understand how I got to where I got to and what I gotta do to survive. Like the pain I felt, the loneliness I felt, the depression, the stress, the corruption that was going on all around me. CEOs killing inmates, assaulting inmates, having it their way because we can't call the police, they are the police. You know what I'm saying? Y'all would never understand none of that, you feel me? But and as a result of all that, what arises, what does that produce? It produces a lot of bitter, angry men and women who end up lashing out, who don't have no skills, no tools, no knowledge to apply to help themselves through life or the stuff that they're dealing with, and so they lash out, they turn to drugs, they turn to alcohol, they go back to what they know, they go back to where they feel comfortable, where they don't feel alienated, so they go back to the system, they go back to being locked up, social anxiety. And when I first paroled, I went to a halfway house and they let me and a group of people go out on a pass to go get some hygiene. I just got done doing 14 years, fresh paroled from the shoe, corporate shoe. And I remember going out on this pass, and I'm a strong person. I'm a strong person, don't get it twisted, you know what I'm saying? But I remember going out on this hygiene pass, and we were going to Walmart and other stores like that, right? And we had to ride trolleys and buses, and there's so much people, so much traffic, so much noise, so much going on around me, so much movement that I became overwhelmed. And I had to back up to a wall, and I literally was having an anxiety attack, and I started crying, and I went back. And the brothers that are with me, they're like, nah, you got this, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna figure this out. I said, bro, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm about to my heart is about to explode, bro. I can't breathe. Like, take me back. You know what I'm saying? I need to go back. I can't fucking be out here right now. I can't handle this shit. And my senses are being bombarded. I was having sensory overload, smells and sights and sounds, and it was just overwhelming because I literally sat in the shoe for years with no movement, hardly any human contact other than the CEOs who came and cuffed me up when they took me to the shower or to the yard. No real enrichment, just pure idleness. The same feeling like time came to a standstill. You know what I mean? Like the whole entire world just literally stopped spinning. You know what I mean? For years though, like that. And to just be put back into the real world. Man, I can't even explain what that feels like, you know. This shit is a crazy ass feeling. It's like, and it's inhumane. And the reason why it's inhumane is because no human being let me wait till my cousin get done. It's inhumane because no human being, right, should have to go through that as a result, come out and feel like that you were placed under inhumane conditions, resulting in you being overwhelmed and your senses being bombarded. Like, that's extremely inhumane. And you guys might say, oh, Danny, you're a strong person, you're a very smart person, etc., etc., etc. Even me, after I felt like I'm at the, you know what I'm saying, I'm very woke, and I know what time it is, and I'm a warrior, you know what I'm saying. My people's blood pumps very strongly through my veins, and I wear on their spirit, you know what I'm saying. Even me, I couldn't handle that stuff. Like, I ain't gonna sit here in front, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I cried. Like, I was just like, hell to the no, you know what I'm saying. They're talking about, let's get on this trolley, and there's hella people coming off that thing, like crowds of people, and they just pushing by you, and then, you know what I'm saying, and it's like my PTSD just went pew, you know what I'm saying. I had to survive riots and people running up from behind trying to knock you down and put a hole in you. And so any fast movement in prison, if I'm mobbing the yard, everyone's basically mobbing the same pace. If I see any fast movement, I know an attack is gonna happen, because they're gonna try to move. So then you know what I'm saying, you're aware of that. Your peripheral, your front, your back, everything, you're aware of any movement. If it's not normal, then there's something going on. And so in the prison yards, everyone's on the same kind of flow, because you could possibly like move too fast and get yourself hit because someone thought that you were trying to make a move on them, right? So everybody's on the same kind of energy, same kind of wave, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's, you know what I'm saying, on the same kind of pace. Ain't nobody in them doing cartwheels and wilding out and making fast movements, hell to the no. But then I get out in society and it's like everybody and mama just pew, 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 pew. I'm like, oh, sugar, hell no. You know what I'm saying? I know, hell no. I understand if it's one person, but damn it, there's all of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Them trolley doors opened up and everybody came rushing out that sucker like a beehive. So busted a beehive open. I said, hell to the nizzo. I backed my ass up against the wall. I'm like, huh. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to fight. I don't know who's who or what is what, but this shit is not normal to me. It might be normal to normal society, but it's not normal to me. We don't move like that where I come from, and I spent all my life in there. You feel me? So I immediately, like in my head, it was like, bro, this is normal. This is how the world is. But my other part of my head was like, bro, back your ass up against the wall and get ready. You might be under attack. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know how to like differentiate the two. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Feel me? And then the brothers that are with me, they didn't fully understand because they didn't do shoot times like that. They didn't spend years in solitary confinement. They probably came from level 2, level 1 prisons, and they had yard and had action and they had interactions. But when you put someone in a box, literally a steel concrete coffin, and then you bring them back to life, it's like, bruh, it's gonna take some dipping your toes in the water before you just cannonball into this shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know, Amy, you know what I'm talking about. I didn't eat pho, I ate bún bò Huế. Come on, CC for the roses. I appreciate you. Yeah, solitary confinement is completely inhumane. Period. As long as I ever did solitary confinement was 5 years straight. There's brothers and sisters that seen back there, that were seen back there for 30, 40 years on end, decades. You know what I'm saying? On end. You know what I'm saying? And man, I don't even know how to express how bad I feel for those brothers and sisters. You feel me? They barely, in the early 2000s, started releasing prison gang members back into the mainline. MA, AB, BGF, and what they did was, because they felt these brothers and sisters or whatever had so much power and influence over the yard, they locked them up in the shoes and they basically told them, either you guys, what did they call that? I forget the word. Damn, it's going right over my head. There's a certain word they call it, right? I forget it though. It's going right over my head. My mind's just drawing a blank, but I know the damn word though, right? But they basically have them, either you guys basically turn informant. You know what I'm saying? Either you guys go against, show us that you guys are no longer a part of that world, part of that gang. Debrief. They had them debrief. There you go. They even put them in positions like either you guys debrief and give up information against your organization or whatever gang that you're a part of, or you guys gonna remain sitting here in this shoe and solitary confinement until you decide to debrief. So they're basically forcing these brothers and these sisters to basically turn and become rat, stitch, whatever. What type of shit is that? You know what I'm saying? It's like you're putting people in a position to not only have their life in danger, but to go against their morals and their standards and everything that they believe in. And strong arming them, basically saying, if you don't do it, then check this out. You're gonna sit here for years and decades on end and be tortured in inhumane conditions. You know what I'm saying? Sitting in cells like in Pelican Bay where there's no outside windows, there's no outside light. You look out your front door and all you see is a blank white wall, and you want to go out to the yard, they put you in a concrete little kennel yard where there's a little square in the ceiling and light comes through, but then dust and all kind of shit collects on top of that little window, so barely any light comes in and shit like that. You know what I mean? So it's not human, it's not natural for us as human beings to not enjoy all the bountiful, beautiful creations of God. You don't see no trees, you don't see no bushes, you don't see no rocks, you don't see no sunshine, no moonshine, none of that. You know what I'm saying? You just see concrete and steel. That is inhumane. You know what I'm saying? They do not need to take it to that extreme. You know what I'm saying? Like, for what? Why would you want to put people in that position? Whatever they did to get locked up or whatever they did to end up in the shoe doesn't mean they deserve to sit there and not see no sunlight. Like, what the fuck? We in America. This is 2024. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell y'all think we at? You know what I'm saying? Like, even in other countries, third world countries, I'm pretty sure they don't do that to their people. You know what I mean? And I was sitting into the taxi issue. Some lady came to my door one day, surprised as hell at me, right? Well, long story short, she was from the European prison system, and there was a group of them that had came to California and they wanted to check out the California prison system, especially the shoe. And this lady, I was sitting there, this lady popped up at my door one day, European lady, and she's like, I was like, who the hell is that, right? Because all I see is COs and shit, right? And I went to my door, I was like, what's up? And she's like, yeah, I'm from the European prison system, and I was wondering if I could ask you a couple questions. I was like, what's up? She's like, basically tell me about your day-to-day routine in here, like what's life like for you in here. And I explained to her, I said, this is what it's like, this is what I go through. Spend one day I'll be in my cell for 23 hours and 50 minutes. They'll let me out for a 10-minute shower. The next day I'll sit in my cell for 24 hours. Every 3 days, they'll take me out. They'll come and I have to put my hands through a tray slot and they'll cuff me and they'll take me out to a kennel yard and where I could be out there for like 3 hours, and then after that I go back into my cell, and the kennel yard is no different than my cell. It's just more room. You know what I'm saying? It's just more room for me to walk around and work out in. You know what I'm saying? It's just don't got no bunks and no tables in the way, that type of shit, right? And I basically told her the only time I have human contact is when a CO comes and cuffs me. If I gotta go to the shower, if I gotta go to medical, if I gotta go to the kennel yard, that's the only human contact I have. When they escort me, hold me by my arms. Other than that, I have no human contact. And she's like, how long have you been sitting like this for? And I said, I'm going on 3 years right now. And that time I did 5. And the lady literally stood there in my door, dog, and cried. Feel me? I'll never forget her face. She stood in my door and ugly cried. And I'm sitting in the shoe like, are you okay? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, she basically said it's inhumane what they're doing to you guys. She said, I'll never forget what she said. She said it's inhumane what they're doing to you guys over here in America. She said you guys need to unite and file a class action lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? File a class action lawsuit and bring this to the attention of people that this needs to be brought up to, because this is absolutely not right. You know what I'm saying? And she explained to me how in the European prison system, they don't even have solitary confinement. She explained to me how in the European system, if you mess up and something happens, they try to counsel you. If you try to wild out still, yeah, they do have administrative segregation where they'll put you for a couple of days, 5 days a week. They're gonna counsel you. They're gonna try to work with you. They're gonna try to, like, they don't want you. Literally, they don't want you to be in solitary confinement. They don't want you to be in a hole. So they're trying to work with you so that you don't have to stay there. Now, if you're wild and they have no choice, then yeah, they can put you there. But really, their system is built upon rehabilitation, built upon respecting the humanity in another person. You know what I'm saying? She even told me that the lifers over there, people over there that are locked up for murder and all that stuff, they get to go home on home passes on the weekend. The lifers, dudes that's in there for murder, leave the prison and go home on the weekends, and when they earn it, they get to go home on the weekends to spend time with their family and then come back to prison. You feel me? She says their cells over there are like mini apartments. I'm saying, like, way bigger than the little 6 by 9 foot cell sitting in. It's like 4 or 5 times bigger. You know what I'm saying? She's looking at my cell and she was like, damn. And my cell at that time was considered one of the biggest cells that they have in the California system, prison system. You feel me? And she was like, damn, your cell, you're living in this small cell. And I'm looking at her like, this is considered one of the biggest cells. I was like, what are you talking about? You feel me? And she was just like hurt, like completely broken to see that a fellow human being, because she was in touch with her humanity. So for her to see a fellow human being suffering like that and going through what I was going through, it broke her, and it really touched my heart. Because for a long time I felt forgotten. I felt unheard. I felt unnoticed. I felt like I was existing, you know what I'm saying, but not living, you know what I'm saying? And this woman just came out of nowhere like an angel and just gave me some hope, some much needed hope. Because after she left, I felt some sense of empowerment. I felt like someone cared. I felt like I was alive in some kind of way. You know, like I said, I was like a plant. Hold up, y'all. Zaza wildin'. BRB. Right. Hey, where you at, Mike? I'm very, very sorry, chat, but I'm gonna have to bring this chat to an end. Zaza knocked over a jug and there's water and stuff all over the ground. I need to clean it up. So I'll return to this live when I'm done, when I get a chance. But for now, I gotta take care of business. So thank you guys for joining my live. If you guys can hang out later, cool. If you guys can't, I completely understand. Just take care of yourselves and be smooth. You feel me? Keep your head up and always keep the faith.